Hey, what's up, y'all? This is my WlToys 104001 Raptor conversion. I fucked up the stickers a little bit, or muffed them up, because I took it out in the rain, and I didn't realize that those were paper stickers. Alright, this is a nice little top that I bought from Walmart. Another race truck, well, remote control monster truck, that I took the body off, the Raptor body off, of course. Same way I did with my Silverado, my 144001. Yeah, pretty much the same thing. Trying to give you guys a good look at this thing. Looks nice. I think so. Came out pretty good. Nice clearance and everything. Nice hard shell. Metal panels. Still fairly light. Let me show you my 144. The Silverado. I know you remember that one. Okay, here we go. Side by side comparison. That's my 144001. Look at the what used to be the foams. I decided to like do burnouts all the way down to the plastic, and that's what happened. Yeah. Just gotta put a new set of tires on this thing and then go ahead for another little run. But these are my two right here. This one is dual motor. You probably want to see it. I'll show it to you. This one's completely stock with a body swap. I just was looking for the body to put on so that I could put my electronics in there, be able to stack them, you know, keep the ESCs and everything stacked high just in case I want to go through water or anything like that with it. But for now, I really just use this. This one is my speed runner. This car clocked at 100 and I'm gonna say 121, and it still had plenty to go. I just didn't want to chance it. You see, dual ESC, one motor here, and the other motor there. This is definitely connected, so you don't think this is a spoof. Stock gearing in this 144001. The gearing, stock gearing. Guaranteed. I promise you. 120 miles an hour. Magnetic suspension. I took the oil out of here and I put magnets. These magnets in here, so I'm giving y'all some sauce. This keeps the car at a perfect ride. Perfect ride. It doesn't bottom out, anything like that. You get these magnets. I think these are, I forgot the size. I think these are by 10 or something like that. Yeah, I ordered them and I just, stuffed them inside the inside here. One north facing north, so it repels. Get it? And that's my magnetic ride. I got the magnetic ride on this one as well, but I also used the a little bit of oil to keep it nice and stiff. You get me? So when this thing hits, see the drop, no bounce. See if I can do that again. This is my basher. Well, not really. I foamed the inside of here to keep the air from getting up underneath and lifting the body from the front at high speeds. I had to do the same thing with this one. I actually foamed the inside of the dome to keep the air from filling up inside and lifting it off. And boy, does that works tremendous. That's for that. I'm going to line it back up, put that on. Okay. And that works tremendous. I mean, I have a lot of success myself with these toys. A lot of people think that they're, whatever, trash. Let me give you a top comparison of the 144 and the 104 side by side. See the size comparison. I mean, this is well bigger than, with the body on, it's a little more huskier, bigger than what its stock comes with, the little flappy body or the little squinchy body that sits right on top of this little buggy shell. I like these because they're durable. I've flipped plenty of these. I've completely destroyed some doing high-speed runs, and the only thing that was destroyed was the body. It completely ate the impact, and yeah, my car was running fine, no broken, nothing. And I've done that a couple of times, completely obliterated the body at like 100 miles an hour or so. And yeah, so it kept everything underneath there intact. And when I say obliterated, I crashed 100 miles an hour into a phone post. I crashed into a garbage can, and I crashed into a mailbox. And yeah, this body itself took a couple crashes, and it's still all together. At low speed, like let's say anything under like 80 miles an hour or so like that, or low, 60 to, I believe it can handle a nice tumble, because I tumble wumble these things like crazy. This one hasn't taken any tumble yet. It's just the paint. I mean, the sticker came off a little bit in the rain. I was doing a little bit of riding around in the rain. I actually just bought this body from another remote control truck, monster truck, and I had a Silverado top, red Silverado top, for the same car that I bought to put this Raptor body on. I had one this is made by New Bright, the truck, by the way, by New Bright. But yeah, New Bright makes the truck that I bought and took the top off of, but WlToys is the power plant. And yeah. So long story short, I had the red Silverado top. I didn't want to use two Silverados, so what I had that top laying around from a previous monster truck that I had for my son, and he destroyed it. So I took the top off that. I was gonna use it here, but I figured I'm not gonna have two red Silverados. And I'm more of a Ford guy anyway. I just kind of, fell in love with this Silverado body. So I figured I'll do that. Because I also did a Raptor with this as well. And yeah, that was one of the ones that I crashed and obliterated. But yeah, I wanted another Raptor, so I went ahead with the Ford this time because I am a Ford guy. And yeah, this is it. Now I'm going to go ahead and update you later on down the line when I put the brushless system in there, and I'll show you how it works then. But I'm gonna do the dual setup just like this. Just probably go a little bit higher on the KV on this one to get the RPMs up. This one takes no RPMs whatsoever to get up there. It's like it's nothing for this to get going, so it doesn't have to have as much RPMs as I'm trying to pull out of this, or KV top end, because I believe that this one is a little bit bigger. It's going to be a little bit more wind restriction, so it's going to be more resistance on this altogether. So I'm going to have to, have the RPMs up there to power it through that, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and I'm looking for, if I can get at least 150 is what I'm looking for, I'll be happy. A lot of people might say, oh, you're not going to be able to do that, but that's the same thing they said about this. When they said I wouldn't get this, to achieve over 100 on stock gear, and were they ever so wrong. This thing blows every one of the 144s I ever seen, or anything out of the water. I haven't. This is my undefeated truck. As a matter of fact, it's never been beaten by anybody, and anybody who claimed they can beat it or they've ever beaten it, show yourself, and yeah, we can run it. I take on anything with this. This is my go-to cheat, in a sense, if you want to say that. This has all the cheat codes on it. So you can't really play around when you're coming up against this. You got to really bring something to the table. This absolutely catches everything. Like if it has a chattery start due to the I forget what they call it, the sometimes it does that bullshit, and then it just shoots off like lightning. But yeah, those are the only times I have to play catch up, is when on trigger it bogs a little bit. Not bogs, but you know what I'm talking about. And once it gets going, anybody that's in front of me is not up there for long. Yeah, pretty much. I've beaten armor typhons. I've beaten armor infractions. I've beaten XO1s. I've beaten and I've beaten them at my race and their race. It's not just, oh yeah, you race a longer distance and see what. I beat them at every race. Every race they pull in front of me, this thing seems to just walk away from all of the competition. And that's why I like WlToys. They might not be that good in quality of parts and things like that. A lot of shit breaks. But I've learned to make some of my own components for this, like axles and drive shafts and stuff like that. I've actually made my own drive shaft. So I have a real strong drivetrain in this that allows me to punch it out the line at 100% and leave like a bat out of hell. Don't have to worry about going up in the air because a wheelie bar in the back keeps me well planted. So all I have to do is just smash and go. But this one, on the other hand, I have a couple of different plans for this one. Like I said, I'm gonna go bigger on the motor just to get a little bit more torque out of it. Give it that real Ford feel to it. You get me? Heavy torque and a lot of power out the hole is what I'm going for that. And I'm not really looking to surpass this per se, but if it happens to go that route, Well, you can't really say that. I am kind of looking to surpass this. Well, this did about $1.20. Let's call it 121. All right. Let's call it 121. And I still had a lot more to go. What happened was I ran out of road. Or else I feel like this has a way more in it because I haven't heard it top out. I've heard it get up and go and complete and keep climbing, but I haven't heard it top out yet. A lot of plans for this here. A whole lot of plans for this. Like, I'm not gonna pop the top off or anything like that because it's stock, and you already know what the stock 104 looks like. But pretty much that's it. It's yeah. And it's very, very stable with this top on it. Almost as if the top is what is missing to keep a little weight on the top of it. As well with this. When I put these tops on, the car became much more controllable. Like, it's much more controllable, especially with this one. This one was like, all over the place. And when I first went brushless on my single setup, I had my buggy top on it. It wanted to pop a wheelie every second. It tried to completely flip over at times, and it's uncontrollable at certain speeds. But once I put the top on it, Now it just like it was. That's what it was missing. It was missing some body. Like these RCs, um, less is more, I guess, but sometimes you need a little body to help it to cut through the wind evenly and more efficiently. Have something for the wind to travel around rather than something for the wind to just pick up and toss around. You get what I'm saying? So you might want to have a little weight on it. Like I said, this body didn't really add too much weight to it, even though it has metal panels, but the metal on the panels are very thin. It's just more safer looks. But yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video here, but I'm not gonna try to keep it too long, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and get working lights in here because it's set up to do so. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that in there. I wish this one was the same way, but I can still drill a couple holes and get some working lights up in there is my plan. All right, you guys. This is once again Big Block RC, Rock RC running over competition. All right, I'm out.